Hey everyone, welcome back to One Strange Adventure and welcome to the next video. If you're new here, my name is Harold Strange. Consider subscribing. I hope you like this content. If you're not new, well, thank you for supporting us and welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be covering some repairs and modifications that we're going to make to our 2020 Grand Design Reflection 311 VHS. Over the course of the last 3 weeks or so, we have covered 3,700 miles, so we have definitely put some mileage on our Grand Design. There are a few things that we need to repair now. I know a couple of you subscribers actually have the same model RV as we do, so this will be particularly important for you, in addition to just general RV maintenance. So let's get started. Alright, so for the first couple of repairs and modifications, we're actually going to be in the master bathroom. There's a couple of things that we need to do in here, and it all revolves around the shower that you see behind me. The first thing we're going to do is a little bit of a modification. We're going to upgrade the shower head to this Oxygenics shower head that we just purchased and got in, so pretty excited about that. A couple of the little things that we need to actually repair on our shower. Every time we travel, there's a rubber piece that actually goes on the back side of the sliding doors, and what it does is it basically squeegees the glass and creates a seal for when you're taking a shower. But every time we go down the road, one of those fall off. So we're going to be putting that back on today, and we're going to stick a little bit of super glue in there so that it doesn't come back off again. That's not a big concern, just something that's more of an irritant than anything. The second thing that we're going to be looking at today is actually on the bottom. There's a base plate that the doors actually sit on that connects it to the shower, the bottom of the shower piece. And so there is a seal that actually goes around that base plate. However, ours is actually letting water through, and so when we take showers, we're actually seeing water seep through there and build up on the floor, which, if you've had an RV or you know anything about RVs, water and RVs do not mix. So we want to make sure that we take care of that. So today we're going to be just adding a bead of clear silicone caulk on the bottom so that the water can't seep through anymore. All right, so the first thing, like I was saying, is going to be this little rubber piece, a little plastic piece that actually goes on the back side of the door. It basically just sits on the glass like that, but again, it's really irritating that these things fall off so easily every time we're going down the road. So we're going to put a couple of pieces of, or a couple drips of super glue in this little channel right here, and that way we can put that back on the glass and hopefully it doesn't come off again. And I'm not going to do the whole thing, I'm just going to do spots. And this one actually falls off a little more than the other one does, but go ahead and do both. And now for the other side. Again, put a little bit of super glue in here, or Gorilla Glue. Alright, so we're done with that. Again, that's just more annoying than anything, and you want those to stay on. So consider putting a little bit of super glue in those, particularly if you're in this model. Really any RV, make sure they stay on there. So next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to switch out the shower head. The main advantage to the Oxygenics shower head, the new one that we're going to be installing, is that it actually infuses oxygen with the water that it's spraying out. Where you're just going to get a normal stream of this, just whatever your water pressure is, that's actually going to create or make it simulate a lot more pressure, and you're going to feel like you're going to be covered with water a little bit quicker, so therefore you're actually using less water while you're taking your showers. Time to get this new shower head open. I'll pick that up later. New shower hose. This is the piece that goes on the wall and actually mount the shower in. We got the actual shower head. Look how much bigger that. A little quick comparison here. Yeah, out with the old, in with the new. Now the one thing that the new shower head had, or doesn't have, that the old one had, and this ring actually is also screwed into the wall itself, and so I'll go ahead and reuse this one even though it's silver, and then that way if it does fall while we're traveling, it doesn't just fall and potentially crack the shower head or anything like that. So we'll go ahead and reuse this. One thing that I noticed when I was taking these pieces off the wall is there's no silicone or anything behind this. So, you know, I'm pretty sure that water could, you know, follow this little screw hole into the wall behind the shower head. So we're going to make sure we use some silicone on the back side of these screws to seal it up really good as we put everything back in. So another thing I'll say about this kit is it does come with plumber's tape. So you don't actually have to buy an extra roll of plumber's tape like I did. And so it does come with it, in case you're wondering. All right, now that we got that back in the wall, we're gonna run this up through here, and then we can add the shower head. Right, you can kind of see I'm testing things as I go. So I wanted to test that water before I got the shower head on. All right, we are good. Now, one thing to note here is that the holes on the new piece for the wall do not line up to the existing holes. All right, now that we got everything in there, we got the hose back on, there's no water leaks. You saw me put the screws back in here. You saw me that I had to drill a new one. I filled that bad boy up with silicone, and then I put silicone on the back side of the screw as well, so that no water can leak down in there and get behind that. I'm getting ready to put this little holder on here for the shower head itself, and that actually hides one of the screws where you want it. Project's done. Sweet. All right, we've got two fixes down. The trim on the door and the new shower head is in. So on to the next one. We're gonna add a bead of caulk sealant to the bottom of the shower so that the water isn't running out like this anymore while we're taking our showers. So we're done with the bathroom, finally. You know, those jobs don't take very long until you try videoing while you're doing it. Then they take a lot longer. The next thing that I have to fix on our Grand Design is that one of the screws actually came out of the striker plate. I think that's what it's called, striker plate, on our door. So I've only got one of the screws. I gotta go to the hardwood store and find another one of these bad boys and put this back on. So what I'm actually going to do is when I put the screws back in, I got some Loctite, and I'm going to make sure I put some Loctite on those. Just to check this, because our door stopped latching at one point, because what will happen is it was just on this one screw and it would pivot in front of the latch and it wouldn't let it come back out to actually lock or latch in place. So yeah, lost a screw while we were on our trip. Just check yours. All right, so the final thing I actually have to fix from our trip has to do with the booth. And what we do is we actually put this table down and we put it out, lay it out for the dogs, for them to have like a big bed. This trim that the table actually sits on to turn this into a bed, well, found out it's just stapled on. So I'm actually going to put some nice looking like bolts through here and just give it a little bit more stability, because the last thing I want is for somebody to be on here, or the dogs to be on here, or something like that, and for this thing to give out. So this actually came off. I'll give you a little bit closer look at that. But yeah, these things are just stapled on. Like, I can't imagine that holds too much weight. So just take a look at yours and make sure that it's pretty secure. All right, well, that about does it for today. I just wanted to show you guys, you know, kind of what to expect, the little things that you may have to repair if you're going on long trips. So little things that I guess come along with RV ownership that you guys should be aware of. And so next week you're going to see us kick back up on our adventure videos. We're really excited to bring those to you. But again, we wanted to just kind of show you, take a break from the adventures and show you guys kind of the wear and tear that you can expect, particularly if you have this same model. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. Comment likes it. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. If you really liked the video, make sure you subscribe, ring the bell so that you're notified next time One Strange Adventure releases new content. And until the next strange adventure, keep making your own.